Good afternoon, Dominica. Welcome to another edition of Talk on the Block for today, Friday. TGIF is what they normally say. Thank God it's Friday. It is the seventh day in the month, or rather the third day in the month of the seventh month, which is July 2026. This is the big station Q95. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon as we continue to talk to the issues that matter most to you. It's a wonderful day in Dominica. The temperature has gone down quite a bit. It's been raining off and on today, so everything is nice and cool. But remember, of course, we are in the hurricane season. Continue to take good care, continue to be on the lookout. And be prepared. Importantly, be prepared. So we want to urge you to do what you got to do to stay safe during this hurricane season. There is an expectation that this season will be a very bad one in terms of the storms expected. So just be careful, be mindful of this. And please take the necessary precautions as we go through the hurricane season. So this Friday, it is time to talk on the block. So let me say good afternoon to all of you, wherever it is that you're joining us from. It's good to have you with us today. From across the beautiful island of Dominica, from Capuchin up north to Kashaku down south. And in between every single hamlet, every single village, every community, good afternoon. For those celebrating birthdays today, happy birthday to you. For those celebrating anniversaries, happy anniversary. For those just chilling, happy chilling. And let me say welcome to all the visitors and our mates. Of course, we know we have the Munjon Riviera Cyric reunion kicking off this afternoon. Already hundreds of villagers who overseas have found their way to Dominica. So let me say a big special welcome to all of you from Riviera Cyric and Munjon that made the trip across. Going to be a fantastic time. I understand a great program is lined up for all. So we are sure that we are going to have a very good time indeed. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for celebrating here in Dominica. The Munjon Riviera Cyric reunion promises to be one of the best ever. Lots of great activities lined up. So when we come back, we're going to begin the talk. In the meantime, let us begin with some words from our sponsors.
We are in the hurricane season. Stay informed by tuning in to Q95 FM radio for updates on the storm's path and any evacuation orders. Knowledge is power during a hurricane.
I have a surprise from us, give the road and fly. Pop makes all of them die. Don't bother with the long chat, Pop tell you why. Pop makes all of them die.
Times are hard, but you've got to include Pop on your grocery list to protect you and your family against all flying and crawling insects, especially dengue mosquitoes. Pop's powerful formula kills insects fast. Pop is best on pets.
Pop makes all of them die.
Get serious, get back.
Pop, 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 make all of them die.
Fuel your farm with premium animal feeds at Bloombox. We're excited to announce a major expansion to our lineup. Bloombox Farm and Garden Center is now your go-to supplier for high-quality animal feed. From poultry to livestock, we provide the specialized nutrition your animal needs to thrive. Our feed portfolio includes poultry solutions, swine care, small pet and livestock. Visit Bloombox in Roseau on the corner of Hanover Street and Drury Lane, or Bloombox Goodwill, 66 Federation Drive, Goodwill. Let's bloom together.
Madam Boboy Madi, Laukali, Idipoti Brights and Company. Yele Rice and Company, the only company I know with Brights was cooking more than back and neck. Now in the last valley short, I said Brights. In the old plus nefla, where you have a roofing material and seamless guttering. Yes, 24 gauge carbonate, all colors. Ever open Nipo gas peel agent, they program the computer to give you the exact size you want. And the seamless guttering, aluminum, that can better withstand the elements you have in an easy way. So no leaking after a while. And so much more. Brights and Company, the ad by 8 bank close to the old mill at Enfield. Telephone is 617-2468.
We are ready.
We are ready.
We are ready.
We are ready.
We're ready.
We're ready.
We are ready.
We are ready.
We are ready.
We are ready.
We're ready.
We are ready.
We are ready. The season of big matches and big moments. Watch the World Cup live on Digital Plus TV. The front row seat to every match, every moment. Digital Plus TV, bringing you closer to the game. Tio Kubule, c'est ça nous cabouet. Tio Kubule, c'est ça nous netouet. Tio Kubule, nous cacher les fois. Ferme Kubule, parler à mi encore. Bagalate, bagalate, bagalate. Tio nous aime Kubule. Bagalate, bagalate, bagalate. Tio nous aime Kubule. Bagalate, 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 bagalate. No me cubule, bacalache, bacalache, bacalache. No cabue cubule. Drink responsibly. Somebody will create like a big creole. Mouvement créole à secure. Tout le monde créole pour attention. Comité pour études créole Dominique. Et puis Radio QFM qui a présenté Mouvement créole. Tous les mardis soirs, 6 après-midi. Information, blague, interview, l'histoire, problème, discussion, reportage, apprendre à parler et puis écrit créole. Lien avec ton peuple créole. Bon musique créole. Mouvement créole. Nous faisons rendez-vous, messieurs, tous les mardis soirs. QFM qui est frappé avec bon parole créole. Sans ça participer, qui est nous rapidement là. Mouvement créole à seconde station QFM. Voici avec nous tous les mardis soirs 6h pour Mouvement créole. Matchez ça. Digital family. Let me ask you something. Ever notice how paying a bill always feels harder than it should? Passwords, logins, trips to the store, all that time and effort? Yeah, nobody has time for that. Sweet and simple. Introducing SwiftPay, the fast and secure way to pay your digital bill online in 3 easy steps. And the best part, you don't have to log in. No app to download, just straight business. Anybody can use it. Once you have your account number, you're good to go. Here's how it works. Step 1, enter your account number. Step 2, add your contact information to get your receipt. Step 3, enter your card details and submit. And just like that, payment done. Quick, faster than a Swift Sport on a highway. Now you might be wondering, is it safe though? Of course, this is Major Mistake approved. SwiftPay uses the same secure system as the MyDigital app and meets international PCI security standards. That means your information is fully protected, no funny business. Pay with Visa, MasterCard or American Express, credit or debit, easy. Once you're done, you'll get a success page that's your official receipt. Download it, save it, or get a copy by email or SMS. Just remember, make sure you enter the correct account number because your payment goes exactly where you send it. And no, SwiftPay isn't replacing the MyDigital app. The app is still there for full account control. SwiftPay is just for those moments when you want fast, no login, no hassle payment. So next time your bill is due, don't stress. Go online, use SwiftPay. 3 steps, no login, instant payment. Simple, secure, swift. That's SwiftPay. Auto Trade introduces our newest line of lubricants, Valvoline, America's first branded motor oil. Valvoline has been formulating and improving motor oil longer than any other brand. From the world's first racing oil to the world's first synthetic blend, Valvoline has been trusted in engines around the world for over 150 years. Make the switch today. Choose Valvoline, the original motor oil. At Auto Trade, we only recommend the best in quality because at Auto Trade, it's more than a vehicle. It's a relationship. Valvoline lubricants, now distributed by Auto Trade.
We just repeating the same program. So by this we not sure no daily day. No. And nous commençons vers Rosonov. And nous commençons mener victoire là pour nous momentum là parce que yo va manger bagaille. Yo ka pas l'argent. Yo ka possession là. Yo ka possess Spanish là. Mon connaît tout va mon même yon ba yo on peut pas quitter. Et pas monde qui yo mon voix inverser moins. So nous nous être vigilants. Pour nous garder, pour nous parler par français et pour nous éduquer yo. Et par l'élection qui vient pour un monde qui a passé qui a l'argent qui a du football yo pas ni rien. Yo le tourner élection en bagaille à l'argent. So sous parti la pas ni l'argent, yo pas jamais gagner élection. A camade moun yo so foko. Vote Johnny Luke et nous va commencer là. Bagatelle, puis ça constituency. Ha ka mette ko yo God. Parce que moun ka hele sou pour aller là. C'est moun na ka hele puis ça constituency ba la wed. Bagay la wè body, bagay la ka changer. Bon, nous va commencer ici. Merci au pile. Ouais, c'est maintenant ni louké. Pas changer. Il can't deliver bazo.
And when he gets all the other many shortcomings the government has brought.
But I want to tell you, productive and dependent. Meanwhile, they strip you of every bit of energy, your freedom, your voice, and your independence, while they in turn steal, misuse, and enjoy the country's money, the people's money, your money. It is time to take back our country. Good news is today, you still matter. You are right on time to stand up and design your own future.
You get to predict your own outcome. You have to trust the people who continue to suffer with you. People who have put their necks on the line and suffered for you like Brother Danny Luge. There is no stranger to the sufferings of the people in the United Workers' Party. We not only stand with you, we stand for you, we stand by you. Brothers and sisters, in this by-election, the choice is clear. It is more votes for Zani. Zani is man enough for Rose enough. In fact, as I end, there is only one candidate running.
That is it.
The only candidate who is running on principle and integrity. One person who puts people before him. Zani Luge, man enough for Rose enough. I encourage you, brothers and sisters, get registered today, get confirmed, and stand with men and women who are ready to put you, the people of Dominica, first. Scare it. Time up. Pack up. Fed up. Forward ever. Backward never. Rose enough. Say for Danny. Everybody with the top is the devil.
Let's get on for Sister Model. Big time. Big things are coming. Big things are coming. Brothers and sisters, we're going to listen to a youth who's going to represent the call of the youth. And then we got a strong lineup of the executive. Powerful speakers. So let's take that young man, Lennon Auguste is the man. Brothers and sisters, let's Auguste.
I feel I'm coming out to my soul. Wanna to take control. Wanna give me laughs, wanna give me pain. Wanna give me all of my.
We finished sing, man. Let's go.
Yes. Good evening, my Dominican family. Can I hear you?
I mean, if we aspire to bring change, significant change to Dominica, we have to amplify our voices. So let me hear you one more time, my Dominican family. Yes, that is it. My name is Lennon Auguste, and I am from the small but vibrant Taru village. But you want to know something? I'm tired. I'm tired of the empty promises. I'm tired of the washed-up politicians, the evil politicians. I'm tired of living in a system that cripples us youth and then forces us to smile and say thank you when the pair of used crutches are given. So this party has a 10-pillar plan and an economist as our leader that will bring change into reality. I stand before you with the faith and courage of a mustard seed to say that Gen Z is ready to effect change, my people. No one person is more important than the next. With unity and togetherness, we shall win. We are not only tired, but super duper fed up. The majority of us end our day just checking. Boy, we're so over it. But last month, if you were to tell me that I would be in this position here, I would think you're crazy. Honestly. But because I'm here as a young man standing in front the door of public scrutiny and victimization, and out of the love I have for my country, I will outweigh the daggers, hate, and plans the enemy will set for me. I am someone that normally enters a room and would prefer not to be the center of attention. I'd rather keep to myself, but Dominica is crying. She's crying because the people deserve better. And if we fight, we will win. So here am I, casting one of the first Gen Z cold wash in this fight. A fight that together, like I said, we will what? We will win.
So, are you ready? This time, young people are willing and ready and are aware of the financial shortcomings of the government. Maybe not so much in the exact way that the pages of corruption are sown into our community to masquerade as a part of our everyday lives. There's a saying, it's an error that cannot be correct. We're feeling it, each and every one of us. Because I mean, what young Dominican can say that their family is paying 60K a month on one of the houses and the fridge is still full? I mean, hello. Majority of us cannot say that. So give us some grace, you know. We grew up with Scared for my whole lifetime. And, you know, educate us. If it's the Lai River Hotel, let us know because a lot of young people are not really aware. So let us know if it's the Bimbo Ball, you know. All the other many shortcomings the government has brought to this beautiful country. Provide us with the information so we'll realize that after denying several games, the proper standards at a stadium, and what the economic return would have brought, upgrading the lights in the stadium is not an achievement, but a long overdue investment. And like women nowadays say, the bare minimum. So young people are ready to uncloak the evil and corruption that forces us to abandon home and creates the environment where record low birth rates are born, creating an empty, half-baked resource center, while many of us still sit down and wonder what is going on with our local library and our course of culture. I, for one, will use this platform given to me to bring light to the mismanagement and shortcomings of the current regime, when billions of CBI dollars can't be accounted for. Hello? Checking you. I want to say really and truly, we are all in this together. And we have so many blocks and gangs for them wicked politicians to be eating easily and smiling at us, eating their scraps. The old lady down the street should not be fearing for the gouging on the neck when politicians taking millions from a community, my dog. These politicians should be the ones that fear y'all. Why should police harass a brother just because he planting some trees to make edibles locally to get his daily bread? All the time, there's the man in the suit that laundering millions from the backs of the people. The officials should fear because they know we seen it. There are young people, children, not even just young people, that have to bend to get $500, a scholarship, a job that isn't right, and we will change that. That should be one of the biggest forms of resilience against a corrupt regime. But yet still, Calypso is one of the only forms we used to comment on just the cover page of corruption and wickedness that we are seeing going on. There are far more bouillon artists making tracks, but not supporting the fight, not backing the opposition, and they are all aware. Why let a regime castrate your right to speak? Influencers that goes to you as well. Uplift the country, yes, because DA is one of the best places. I mean, we all see what Speed said. But put your foot down when victimization is rampant. We have a phenomenal leader here, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll be honest, as a young person, there were times when I felt let down by this party. But after listening to that press conference they had last month, you know, that really pushed some confidence in my spirit. And I would say that this party is ready. This party is ready to take on the greedy, evil government that controls the economic, the media, political life of our island. It's a lie that politics is a game of greed. It's a lie cultured by the evil man at the top. Every system results from policies. So to say you don't partake in politics, you're either mistaken or too privileged for it to be affecting you drastically. We get to choose our politicians and whether or not we're going to capitulate to corruption or not. It's not a two-piece combo. We have a right to vote them out. My question to you tonight is, are you ready to let the power of love break the love of power? Because only then Dominica can know peace. Thank you.
Put your hands together. Keep your hands together for Father Lennon.
Good afternoon, caller. Welcome to Talk on the Block.
Good afternoon, Johnson. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Johnson, let me first say thanks for being on the radio, for holding on to Matt. I've enjoyed your segment like every other time Matt put someone in the seat. He put people in the seat to keep the education going. But most of all, I want to say, my brother, let me say to you, as a contender in the race, and I hope that people are putting their power and their faith in God, that you can do the job and you will take the reign to lead this country. And I'm saying this, Thompson, for the young people that I've heard you bringing on the panel or on the platform to address people in their age group and in their same situation, that they may understand exactly what the country is going through. Because when people speak, a lot of people don't listen. But that young brother you played there a while ago, I don't know. I came in late. I just turned on the radio. I said, let me tune in. And I heard him speaking. I like his delivery. His message is quite clear. And he's not going out of control. He's just giving you, and he make a statement to older people with the knowledge of what's taking place to speak up. He calling people out to stand up. Bouillon artist who knows what's taking place. Those are his words. And I'm glad when young people stand up like the young lady you had yesterday. I think it was yesterday or a few days ago. That the one who's running in some part of Rosa, I don't quite remember.
Right, that was 2 days ago, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes, but you know who I'm speaking of. So that, I think, is a very, very good direction that young people can understand the condition that they are living in. Because a lot of the young folks are really blind and really so being pushed around and suppressed and depressed and stressed out. So they don't understand the full weight of what they are dealing with. But I have something that been with me in the last couple of days, especially yesterday. I tried calling your show because you played something on the radio that make me feel that every time you see Skerrat open his mouth, he tried to put the UWP and people like you and people who are fighting to liberate this country, try to put you all on defense. My brother, let me say one thing. Don't fall for that bait. What the UWP need to do, you want to take and make a list of all the crimes committed against the state, all the nonsense that these guys have done, wasted the money, and you put it out to him. Let him be on defense. You put him on the defense. The UWP and all those who call the radio, put him on the defense so you don't have to be defending what you say. Your 10-pillar proposition will stand up against anything that he has done, just like the young gentleman mentioned from the Lyre River Hotel to the Bean Bubble to know what we are saying, or what it was you were speaking of, the passport. The passport is dead, and a lot of them don't want to believe it. Let me say something before I go, and I have one question to ask you too. Let me say what I'm going to say first. Here's the problem with what's taking place around the world right now. We have a right-wing movement spreading through America, Europe, and different parts of the world, even Latin America. Okay? And the right-wing movement is, one of the main things is anti-immigrant sentiment. So that passport that brings people from one side of the globe to another has come to almost a halt, because here's the deal. If a man want to come to America today from Dominica, he can't come. If he want to go there from St. Lucia, Antigua, whether they can't go because that passport has been abused so much and so much thievery and corruption it comes with. They don't want people coming from that, and especially when you have the European nations, America don't really want non-white people immigrating in numbers like before. And this is one of the main reasons. I'm not going to go any further because I've taken up a lot of time. But I have one last question for you, my brother. What is the update? You can answer after I hang up. What is the update on the judge's decision, or when are they going to come back to court to let the people know the status of bringing back their money that has not been given accounted for, the passport money? This is a question I'd like to hear if there's an answer to it. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, caller. And to your question, the judge is supposed to come back with a decision in the CBI matter that you referred to, where the United Workers' Party, Bernie Ryan versus the government of Dominica, basically took the government to court to get answers with respect to the CBI. In particular, we were asking for the contract of the MMC to be made known to the public, whatever contract with MMC, also to reveal where the CBI resources have been kept, and thirdly, to compel the government to bring the CBI monies back into the consolidated fund as is authorized by our constitution. The judge has been looking at this for about 2 months now. So we're hopeful that a decision will come any day now. But I do not have a specific time or date because this has not been given by the court. But all I can say is that it has been with the judge for approaching 2 months now, and there's an expectation that this will very soon be heard. All right, let's go back to the telephones. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, caller. Please, you are already live. Yes.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
I cannot understand how a government can be in power for 25 years. And right now you have somebody standing for you in a constituency, and you come in like as if you now want to get into power. You know, and what promises can you make that you couldn't have done in the past 25 years? And you cannot come saying now that you are new. Because anytime you come there, you're representing the establishment that have been there for 25 years. You understand? You cannot come and say, I saw on the flyer, better education, better healthcare, better community development. Where have that been for the past 25 years? You are the face of the institution that have been there for 25 years. You are the incumbent. What do you call it? You are the one
incumbent.
Yeah. So you don't come in there and do like you want to win election. The government right now can never come and talk to the people like you want to win election. You know, you want to come in power for you to do things that you could have done with the billions of dollars that you had for the past 25 years. The economy is dying. You have had billions of dollars and you have not created anything to create a vibrant economy. There's no money generating institutions that have been created. You come with hotels, but we haven't got tourism. We haven't built a factory to make juice, to make pineapple juice, to make pineapple in 6 syrup so I can go out now and have a little backyard garden with pineapple so I have a place to do it. We're going into the market, it was month end. And the place, you don't know if it's in the middle of the week. The place don't have anybody. You go in market, all you see is people sit down there with beautiful produce. And it's not that the people don't want the produce. They haven't got the economy. They haven't got the finance to buy the things that they want. They have to buy things that they need. You know, we're in an economic situation, and I heard the Speaker of the House was promoting their leader, their person in Roseau North as an economist. I don't know what economic job she has, but we have an economist as our leader, and he have the experience and the expertise to come into the job running. You understand? I mean, our people need to wake up, and you cannot tell me you've been in government for 25 years. You want a by-election. I don't know if it has been called yet, but they are campaigning, and your whole idea is to come and pay people to vote for you. That means you have failed, because you should be able to run on your past accomplishments. But because you have nothing to run on, because you go on the block talking to people that have been sitting down on the block for the past 5 years. When I go into work in the morning, they're on the block sit down. When I go home in the night, they're on the block sit down. Now you come into them to tell them what? What are you going to do for them? What is the opportunities they're going to get to change their life, that they can have something sustainable, that they can build a future and plan a future? Nothing. Anything you have there, anything you're going to promise is going to be, it's just going to be like a foolish dog backing another flying bird, because we know it's not going to be done, because it hasn't been done. Your track record proves it. And I think all UWP people, all opposition, we're supposed to come together to take out this government, because we want something different. We cannot be doing the same thing and expect something different, because they have shown they have no ideas, they have no plan. Even I keep saying, the cable car. I can remember the last election, Lennox Linton spoke about having a cable car going to the freshwater lake. And they all laugh at him and say like he went somewhere and he saw it and he wanted. I mean, that's the idea. You go somewhere, you see something and you bring back the idea in Dominica. Now, look the cable car there is, while they were laughing. And also, if you bring an idea for them, they're going to take it and do like it's their own, because they have no idea. They are bankrupt of ideas. They are bankrupt of anything that can give us confidence, because trust me, another 5 years and we're dead in Dominica. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, caller. Indeed, you make a lot of sense with respect to a government not being able to campaign on its record after 26 years, nothing to show for it, and now talking as if they're just coming into office. Well, the public of Dominica are much wiser, absolutely much wiser than this, and I'm sure they understand exactly what's going on. We're back with you on the telephone. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dr. Franklin, and your listeners at home and abroad.
Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yes. You know, I'm listening to the callers, and I think they make a lot of sense. I heard the last caller. I mean, after 26 years in government, if you're now saying this will be better and that will be better, where were you 26 years ago? I reflect on, because yesterday I listened and somebody called about the economy. And I remember we always said that the CBI program should be icing on the cake. A well-run CBI program should be icing on the cake. But we should not ignore our agriculture and our local industries, and as well as the tourism we have built on it and so on. And the CBI comes as icing on the cake. But this guy has made CBI the main economic pillar for the country, and that is so sad. And so on. I remember when Ross wanted to discuss with the Prime Minister, and they came in, two of them came in to the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister's priority was to get Joseph Isaac to join his party. So he stayed in Roseau to negotiate to get Joseph Isaac to join. And then he sent Eddie Lambert to Portsmouth to meet with the Ross people. And the Ross people felt, well, at that level, he was not interested in them staying. So they left. When they left Dominica, in fact, they had discussion with Barbados. I saw myself when the Prime Minister of Barbados was there. the Minister of Health, the Minister of Education, and I think the Minister of Housing. There were the people, the high-level delegation that met the Ross people in Barbados to discuss the live in Dominica and come into Barbados. And what we got, the Labour Party have Isaac making a fool, that is why Isaac making a fool of himself, and the country lost Ross, and Portsmouth in particular. I remember being in Portsmouth, and your bosses from Portsmouth who made their day traversing Portsmouth to Granville, and Portsmouth to Ross and back, and made their day out of that. And so on. There were those who were going to Roseau, but there's a number of bosses who made their day traversing Portsmouth to Picard and so on. And they have killed that. And you see, Portsmouth people I see some people still talking about Labour and so on. I mean, you have to look for what is better for the country, what is better for you as a person. And the 26 years of this government is going to jeopardize half of your productive life. And in that case, if you are now fighting a by-election, and you can see the Prime Minister is very tricky and he believes you can see he's a con person. I mean, you have a by-election that is due in a constituency. 3 weekends ago, the Prime Minister said he will announce the date for the by-election. He went to the Goodwill Parish Hall. People expected him to say the date. He left and said nothing. Then he went to Lindo Park. People expected him to say the date. He went there and he didn't say the date on there. He was there dancing Beseba on the stage there. I mean, that's a joke, and so on. So even nothing like that. I mean, the Prime Minister is making a kind of a tricky business. There's a by-election is due, the person will resign, you have a candidate, there's an other parties, other people. Just announce the date. 3 weekends ago you said so, just announce it and move on. So that's true, we have a con man living in the country, and unless we can have Dominicans at home and abroad come together to rescue this country from these people, the country will go to hell, and so on. Thank you so much, Thompson.
Thank you very much for that. Appreciate your input. Have a wonderful Friday. All right, we are going to be doing this. We're going to be taking a little bit more from last night's public meeting where the candidate for the Rosenhof constituency, Danny Luge, was being promoted. So we're going to be giving you a little more of this. And of course, we'll be taking all of that with your calls. Later in the program, we'll be talking to the good folks from the Rivier Civic Munjon Reunion Committee who are busy getting ready for the opening of the reunion. We'll be talking to them later in the program. But for now, we're going to be listening to a bit more of this from last night.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Welcomes Rosenhof. Well, he was up there the other day. I didn't hear him much. Today, I listened to the press conference, didn't hear much. But we are here tonight with Danny Luge, coming back home to the United Workers' Party. The first win that will bring us the general election victory in Dominica. Put your hands together for Danny Luge, ladies and gentlemen. He has the temperament, he has the energy, he has the stamina, and he is man enough for Rosenhof. Ladies and gentlemen, as Rosenhof voters, all of us, whether you support the United Workers' Party, whether you support the Labour Party, whether you're undecided where you're going to vote, all of us want a few basic things. We want to have a good home to live. We want to have safe streets to walk on, where the police do their work, they're not corrupt. We want a judiciary system that is fair, that will punish those who commit the crimes and let the innocent walk free. We want a good hospital that when we are ill, we go there and we get proper health care. We want good schools where our children will go to school and learn well without prejudice. We want good roads where our farmers can go and do their toil to ensure that we have food security in the country. These are the basic things that we want. After that, we want to work hard for our money, save a little bit in the bank, so if we can buy a little ride to take our family to church on a Sunday, to go to shop, or to go on a beach on a weekend. That is if we can afford it. For those higher up, if we can do more, we want to take a little trip, go to the Kalinago territory and visit, go to Portsmouth and visit, and if we can go overseas, we want to visit. We're not asking for much. The Rosanov people deserve that kind of living. And that is why the United Workers' Party is here tonight to tell you, you had 25 years of a government. Danny Luge told me to say 27, so I changed it. 27 years of a government. And if you are not able to have a decent home to live, you are not able to have a decent meal to eat at night and in the morning, a good breakfast, and you don't feel safe walking the streets because you have too many drug addicts on the streets, too much crimes happening. You do not feel safe to go to the hospital, ladies and gentlemen. After a government of 27 years, they have failed. Can we all agree to that, ladies and gentlemen? And if they have failed, and you have refused to listen to the cry of UWP to say we can do better, tonight is your chance to say, let us give them a chance to do better for this country. And we are putting together a team of people that will do just that. And tonight I want to recognize some of them. You just heard Mr. Paris. We heard Julie for the city. We heard Monel for St. Joe. And you will be hearing some new names as we go along. Putting together that team, and for us tonight, Miss Martha Augustus, she will take her turn at some point. But we are putting together a team that will ensure that after our first term in government, you can evaluate and say, all right, I want a better house, my house looking better. I didn't have a TV, I bought a TV. I have toilets, I can send my children to school, I have a better meal. If not, then we have to face the same evaluation. If we fail, then you have to say we fail, come out there. But after 25 years of a government, not 27 years of a government, you now have to say, boss, you have failed, sorti là. And that is why we have to embrace Brother Danny Luge, because he have not had that chance to help you here. And we have to give him that chance, not as a power rep anymore, but as a person in government, ladies and gentlemen. Because we are going to win the next election in Dominica. And you have to tell everybody you meet tomorrow, UWP is going to win the next election in Dominica. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what they call in a prop? In bananas, they used to say we used to call a prop. So when you have a big fig tree that bends into fall, you cannot prop it up. What they have done in Rosanov is to get a crooked prop to put under a failing or a falling fig tree. That is Ashma McDougall. My good friend, we teach the college together, we know each other well. But she is a crooked prop trying to hold up a falling fig tree. Sapakatavai. That is not going to work, ladies and gentlemen. And I told her so. I told her Roosevelt's carrot is going to devour her and finish all her political ambition. And I see it happen right before my eyes on Sunday. Ashma McDougall could not speak to you from her heart. They pull out her first shoulder. They give her a script to read. Ashma McDougall never used to praise the government. She had always had issues with the policies and programs of the Labour Party. And suddenly you on stage in your first appearance to the people praising her government, not from your heart, because they wrote something for you. She is scripted. Take out her first hand. So the next time they'll take out her second hand, and she'll have no head. She'll totally be devoured by Roosevelt's carrot. Because Roosevelt's carrot, the people of Fokole, do not like Ashma McDougall. And I want to tell all you that tonight. She's my friend. And I told her so. The free mind she had to speak to of her heart, he do not like people that have a free thinking mind. Roosevelt's carrot like people he like to control. He started devouring her already. Having her scripted on Sunday
reading a speech that is not coming from her heart, is already, they have taken out her first shoulder. So when she coming to you in Roseau North in Foncole, try to prop up her next shoulder because only one she'll be coming with. Prop it up a little for her. Well, she'll not come Foncole, she can't come here. So, as them fellas on the block would say, the one hand she remain, break it. Break the hand. Because it have the envelopes, the red envelopes. So when you break the second hand, you will see what is truly. I feel saddened for Ashma McDougall as a friend. Because I know she can do better than Labour. I know that. And she is already being cremated. So they take out one hand, the next time they'll take out the wings, and then they'll take out the legs, and there will be no more Ashma McDougall. She has sacrificed her ambition and her political career for whatever was offered to her, and you have to reject her in this constituency, ladies and gentlemen. And you have to listen. Not true. And we need to let him understand that we are going to take our country back, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to take it back polling station by polling station, starting in Foncole and all over the Roseau North. And we're going to spread that wave all over the country, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll be ticking the box. Roseau North, we tick the box. Roseau Central, Julie for Roseau, tick the box. Roseau South, we're going to tick the box. And we are going to bring this country back to order and prosperity. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure being here with you tonight. You all are agents of the United Workers' Party. Those of you listening at home, those of you following us via the internet, you have a responsibility to call your family, call your relatives, call your friends, get on board the UWP train, get on board the victory train. Do what is required of you to ensure that we bring this victory home. Ladies and gentlemen, good night. I will be seeing you again as the campaign continues. Thank you very much.
In London, Goldwyn is now retired and back living in Dominica enjoying his pension. He toujours got smile so we can see the gold teeth and toujours young. I met him coming out of Flosses with the help of some staff carrying different foods, drinks, and meats to his vehicle. Myself too fast to go and ask the man what's up. Is their story start? And when we finish to have my words, so the Kadimo de San Dominic for fini la hamwe. I said, Goldwyn, speak in English, don't force it. Then he said, I shop with intelligence, yeah? At Flosses, you get the most reasonable prices. Quarter bag flour, rice, sugar, milk, beers, soft drinks, water, rum, and so much more. Prices and quantities to fit your needs, mate. Because you just come down and want to tell me what I know about Flosses already. That's where I shop. It's not you alone that want to save money but still get the quality goods. That's right. And if you're listening to this ad, go and check out Flosses for yourself. Next to the Roseau Market, you can't miss it.
Now opened on Sunday.
Big news, Dominica! Druid Center is now even closer to you with the opening of Druid Center Express, conveniently located on Cork Street, right next to Fresh Market. Get all your home improvement essentials fast with everything from tools and paints to home decor and more. Plus, enjoy the same great service you know and trust. Now, just a quick stop in the city. Visit us today at Do It Center Express, your partner in home improvement, now closer than ever.
Looking to remodel your home? Visit Universal Elegance today, where comfort meets style. Whether you're looking to uplift your living room, bedroom, kitchen, or bathroom, we've got all the perfect pieces to transform your space. From cozy sofas, elegant dining sets, home electronics to home appliances. But that's not all. We've got a lot of amazing deals and prices for you as well. Hurry in today at Universal Elegance. Call us at 448-5100 or visit our appliance department at 45 Great George Street opposite the Austin's University or our homes department next to the Green Supermarket. Also, you can shop online at www.buymuslims.com. Come in, your dream room awaits you.
Universal Elegance.
Locally born, locally grown.
Place to shop.
Ooh, oh, KFC. Ooh, oh, KFC. Looking for some place to go. Red variety meals for soul. KFC. Grab your family and your friends. Join in the experience. KFC. It's the place to be. Made for you and me. KFC. KFC. It's finger licking good.
Fuel your farm with premium animal feeds at Blue Box. We're excited to announce a major expansion to our lineup. Blue Box Farm and Garden Center is now your go-to supplier for high-quality animal feeds. From poultry to livestock, we provide the specialized nutrition your animal needs to thrive. Our feed portfolio includes poultry solutions, swine care, small pet and livestock. Visit Blue Box in Roseau on the corner of Hanover Street and Drury Lane, or Blue Box Goodwill, 66 Federation Drive, Goodwill. Let's bloom together.
Welcome back to Talk on the Block for this afternoon. It is just about 2 minutes before the hour of 2 o'clock, and we are joined at this time by Mr. Colin Coffey of the Munjun Riviera Cyric Reunion Committee. And we're very happy to have him as we discuss this big activity going on there on the Southeast. Good afternoon, Colin. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, Dr. Fonkin. I'm doing good, and how are you?
All right, all is well, all is well. Let me say welcome to Dominica, you and the other couple hundreds of villagers who are now in
Thank you.
Dominica for the reunion, which is, I'm sure, most people are already agreeing should be one of the biggest and the best organized and reunions that have been held. Tell us a little bit more about what is going on and what is happening with the reunion.
Yeah, so thanks again for having me on your show. And definitely, like you said, we put a lot of thought into this planning. And our theme speaks for itself, generations united, memories rekindled. So we're hoping that, most of our family members in Roseau, friends, can show up as well to support the diaspora family that's coming down. But the arena is all about, putting people together, friends, family, relatives, people that have been to Dominica for the first time, and just ensuring that they learn a little bit about both villages, the culture. We're going to have some activities geared for that, and also to generate some economic activity for our villages, Munjun and Riviera Cyric, and the neighboring villages as well. So we wanted to do a lot of different programs with something for everybody. Of course, people won't be able to attend all of them, but we try to do the best we can. So it has something for everyone.
All right, that sounds very good. And my understanding is that you start this afternoon, right? The grand opening is today. Tell us what is expected for today's events.
Yes, so this afternoon is correct. We have the opening at the Munjun Primary School, starts at 5 p.m. So at that event, we're going to have myself, the president, and some local officials. So we're going to have different speeches from the different people. And then we're going to honor one of our oldest gentlemen in the community, Mr. Harry Vigilant. So we're hoping that he can make it. And after, we're going to have a few cultural dances from the local cultural dance group. And then we're going to close the event and from there, I think there's an activity in Manjan after the event. But for the opening, it's going to be for 3 hours from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Excellent, excellent. So that sounds like a really great opening that you have. But tell us a little bit more about the persons who are coming in terms of the numbers and so how responsive was the diaspora community to your call to come back for this reunion?
Yes. So one of the things we did when we planned the reunion, we try to plan it around a date where we feel like majority of the people on vacation in the United States and throughout the Caribbean and even England and France. Of course, we still miss a few, but that was very strategic. We did it. If you notice, today's 4th of July, in the States, so that's a holiday. So we figured if we can also get that day, most people take their vacations in the States around that time. So we tried to do it specifically around that time so we can maximize the number of people who are willing to come. And once we did that, we had an RSVP page set up. So that helped us track the numbers of people that were coming down. And we have over 75 families, right, sign up on the RSVP. So plus the children and the family members, right? Myself alone have 8 family members with me, right? So when you add those numbers up, I think we're looking to close to about 300 people coming for the reunion, because we also have people who did not RSVP and others we don't know that are coming who are probably going to surprise their relatives and stuff like that. So that was the thought behind it. And then, what we have seen so far, because of the RSVP that we had, we're also RSVPing people for airport pickup, part of our VIP package. So we seeing the people, so everybody that RSVP, 99% of them are coming. So we know our numbers speaks for themselves, and that's what we expected. And then we open to engage them as much as possible in everything that we do, because many of the people actually, I think 50 or 60 of the people, it's the first time to Dominica. So one of the first things we're doing when they come in, we're welcoming them with a packet, and that packet includes some local products like coffee, castor oil, coconut oil, so they could get a flavor of the island as soon as they arrive, and then they can purchase these items on the market day.
Wow, that sounds exciting. Close to 300 people coming in just for that. That's a major boom. So tell us, in terms of your expectations and what impact the reunion will have on the local population on those 2 villages, what kind of impact are you anticipating?
It's going to be massive. It's going to be massive, because I could see already the camaraderie that's building up, right? The smile on people's faces when they see people that they haven't seen for a while, right? And everybody is buying groceries, vegetables that they can cook from give the people them some local cuisines. So I've already seen the impact in terms of the bond that's developing or continuing to grow among the people from abroad and the people in the village. So I think the people in the village themselves are even more excited because they're getting opportunity to see so many people they haven't seen in a long time. So that itself is just a precious moment. And we also seeing the economic side of it, right? So the reunion, actually, we sort of almost started, not the opening night, but we've had several activities at nights, because again, we knew the diasporans were coming down early, so we ensure we have restaurants and bars have food, so when they come in the evening, they get something to eat. So we've been doing that throughout the week. Last night we did Wednesday night, and I'm sure tonight is the opening night. But so we've been doing that, and we are already starting to see the economic activity that's happening in the different shops and the bars, and the local farmers are selling produce, which is what we want. We want to integrate everybody, and it also gives the local people an opportunity to do well for themselves too, in terms of many of them take the opportunity to paint their homes, clean the yard, pave the yard, those sorts of things. So we've definitely see a positive vibes going on in the community so far.
Well, absolutely. And you talked about bringing people who've been away for a very long time. Thanks for doing that for my sister. I got a big surprise. My own
Yes,
sister
yes.
is part of that crew.
I saw her this
So,
morning.
yeah, so thank you for that. But tell us a little bit more about the activities, some more of the activities that one can expect, and whether it is open to the Dominican public. Just tell us a little bit more about some of what you're going to be doing during the next 2 weeks.
Yes, so the activities. So tonight, like we said, is the opening night, and we're just gonna have a few performances and guest speeches, and that's gonna be followed by some local activities at the bar. But then we have the Lapo Cowboy Band coming in at, I believe, at 3 in the morning. So the Lapo Cowboy is gonna start from Mont John, and it's gonna go all the way down to River Zurich. So as soon as the Lapo Cowboy is finished, then we're gonna have the market day, which starts at 5 or 6 in the morning. And the market day is going to go up until 12 p.m. And after the market day, we have our signature event, which is our Kalalu and Roots Festival in the afternoon. And that's our signature event. Everything is going to be in Kalalu. All the different meats we have, everything is going to be in Kalalu. We're going to have always roast breadfruit, roast plantain. We're really trying to have a local traditional brunch dinner on the street. And that's followed by Scranton and Friends. We have the D-Rush Band playing. We have some local Calisonians and Scranton and Friends will be singing for us and performing that evening. And on Sunday, we have a church service. A church service is a community church service, so all denominations are welcome. And that's going to be between the pastor and the priest. I'm not sure if there's going to have another pastor there as well. But all the denominations are welcome. That's going to be at the Munjan School, and then followed by our sports day in Tehran. And after the sports day, we have a bloco in Munjan, which we call the schoolyard jam. Now, it's not at the school, it's on the street of Munjan. But one of the reasons why we give it the name the schoolyard jam is that we're encouraging people to dress with their local school uniforms. So bring out your khaki pants and your blue shirts. That's what we used to wear when we used to go to Munjan school. So we'll have I'm sure a few people are going to follow the dress code. But if you don't have it, that's fine. And Monday, we are going to have a community project. We have over $30,000 of supplies that was donated to us for the health center. So we're going to be doing some community projects, and we're going to be donating these items to the health center. And also, we have over $10,000 worth of items that was donated for the Munjan Primary School. So we'll be also making that donation to the school as well. And in the afternoon, going into the evening, what we have another big event is the networking and mentorship night, where we are inviting small business owners or potential business owners, farmers, entrepreneurs, students to come to that event to learn about business etiquette, how to take a side hustle job and turn it into a career, how to manage a business, social media, using social media in a positive way. And we have NCCU and Republic Bank, they're going to be there as well, right, to provide some education in terms of finances for some of the small business owners or potential small business owners. And for the students, it's going to be similar, where we'll be teaching them the do's and don'ts of social media, career advice, trade versus education. Both are very good, so don't overlook one for the other, and they both also go well together. So we'll be teaching them that. We'll be teaching them some interview tips as well, how to conduct themselves in an interview. So that's the networking and mentorship night. And the Tuesday, we have our tour. We have a small tour going to the Rosa Valley area. And then we have a wellness day. Wellness day is going to be at the Rosalie Resort. So we purposely did it like that because some people saying, why do you have a tour and you have a wellness day? Well, the wellness day was for our community, and the tour are for the people who are coming to Dominica, especially for the first time. So they may not be interested in the wellness day, but we don't want them to be bored, right? So we organize a bus tour for them so they can go to explore the rest of Dominica. And that's the beautiful thing about our reunion, right? We not only showcasing our community, but we also want to showcase the rest of Dominica. So hopefully these people, in a few years, they can come to Dominica on their own and stay wherever they want to stay and come back and enjoy the island. So that's on Tuesday, the wellness day on a tour. And then on Wednesday, what we have now, we have the island tour. So Wednesday is the island tour, and from the island tour, we'll be back about 4 o'clock, and we're going to have what we call a bar crawl. So the bar crawl is where we're going to go to each business establishment, starting from Rosalie. We're going to spend at least 25 minutes at each business establishment and just spend money. Buy drinks, water, food. We're just going to do that till the end of the night, because that's another way, again, of really stimulating the economy. We just want to support each establishment. So we figured the best way to do that is from the island tour, and we're going to go to each business all the way to Munjan, and that'll be it. Of course, not everybody will participate. We'll probably lose a few people along the way, but that's okay. We show that each establishment will make some money that day. And on Thursday, we have an oldest brunch. And at the oldest brunch, we are going to be honoring our community stalwarts. And we have a brunch for them where we set that up. We are providing plaques to a few of the community stalwarts. And then we also have another tour that day at Mero Bay for the folks who are not participating in the oldest brunch. And we have a movie night at the Mountain School in the evening for families. And on Friday, we have our hike. We're taking a hike to Shimelita. Again, we're trying to tie the reunion to past and present. So a lot of the people don't even know that this is the path their grandparents or their great-great-grandparents took to go to Roseau to sell produce in the market. So we're going to do that hike, go up to Grand Fond, and hike from Grand Fond to Loda. And then the evening of Friday, we have our dinner. Our dinner is dinner à blanc with Creole. So it's all white and with a touch of Creole, and that could be a Thai or anything. So that's going to get Rosalie result. And the Saturday, we have a gospel concert. So Saturday is our closing day on the 11th. So we have a gospel concert at the River Street Pentecostal Church. That starts mid-afternoon. And then in the evening, we have our closeout Rhythms on the Savannah Jam, and that's in the River Street Playfield in Taiwan. And that's going to be with Signal Band, Chubby, DJ Snow, DJ Slim, and our very local to us, Pooders is going to be on the ticket as well. So that brings the end of to the reunion. It's a lot. It's compact. It's 1 week.
It's brilliant. Yes. No, absolutely. You know, Colin, I'm truly impressed with the quality of the activities that you're having. It's well integrated within society. You know, the Shimelita hike, the Callaloo deal, to just have the locals be able to to make some money. The economic impact of the activity. I mean, this is great. This is great, and I certainly want to compliment and to congratulate the team that have been planning this. And I know it took quite a lot of planning, quite a few months of planning, right?
Oh yeah, it was over a year. So we started planning in January of last year. So we were like, we have a year and a half to plan for this reunion in June of this year. So the planning, like you said, is not even about the reunion itself, right? Once we decided what we wanted to do, we said, let's do this thing the proper way, because we want to leave that there for the next person to pick up, whomever chooses to continue, if it's not us. So we worked with the Dominica police, lawyers, and we registered ourselves as a nonprofit in Dominica, and we have a bank account with Republic Banks, because we knew once we started getting donations, we don't want to be handling money or different people, so we want to be a legit non-profit organization. And that was one of the things every time we spoke to potential sponsors, that was one of the things we reminded them, that this is not just about a one-time reunion. We want to establish ourselves and grow some funds and help our community, right? So we have our bylaws, we have a website with our bylaws, our mission statement, our vision, right? We created this entire framework to help us where we are today. That helped us sold our packages, right? We end up putting packages together, VIP package where whatever the price is that you pay, it covers for all the activities, including the island, or you get airport pickup. So, to your point, it's not just the reunion itself, but we did a lot of planning on the back end, to build the infrastructure to make sure that we have a solid group.
Well, that sounds awesome. And as for me, I outside starting tonight. certainly will be very much present and looking forward to it. And I really want to thank you and you, Colin, and as well as the other members of the organizing committee. I have seen, the dedication and the commitment and what will no doubt be a very, very successful event. So let me wish you all the best and, hope that it works out well. And also to encourage Dominicans to come out and support. And in closing, just tell us where we can get the information if somebody want to follow up in terms of which night or which day they want to participate. Where can they get all of this information from?
Yeah, thank you. Thanks again. And I hope I'll see you at some of the events in June. I'll just get it all out. But we have our website. It's mjrcreunion.com. That's our website. And then we also have a Facebook page, MJRC Reunion.
Okay, MJRC, like in Monjon Rivière Cyric, reunion.com, yes. Right? And the same name for the Facebook page.
Right.
Excellent. Well, great.
So I have all the events, the days and times and everything. Sorry.
Yes, indeed. Well, thanks a lot. I know you're busy doing the last finishing torches there for tonight's event. And I just want to again wish you and the others every success and say again a big welcome to all of those Dominicans from the area, residents from the Monjon Rivière Cyric area who are back in country for this great celebration of family, great celebration of culture, and of course a great celebration of togetherness. So thank you so much for putting that together, and we just want to again wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, Dr. Fontaine. We'll be happy to see you. So just look for us when you come. I know a lot of people are also going to be excited to see you in the community. So thanks for all you do for the community and your support throughout the union and giving us some exposure and some advice. So thank you so much, and thanks for having us on the program.
All right, my pleasure indeed. Thank you.
See you. Take care.
Mm-hmm. Well, you heard it there, the Monjon Rivière Cyric Reunion Committee having a big reunion activity there. Over 300 persons expected to come in from overseas to be a part of this. So it's going to be a big deal for these two villages there in the southeast of the island. So if you're around this weekend, take a trip to Monjon and Rivière Cyric, be involved. Go and get some callaloo on Saturday, or in all forms, smoked meat and callaloo. Sounds good already. Go and join the Lapocabra band coming down from Monjon to Rivière Cyric. Join the hike, the island tours. Lots of exciting activities and events there. And big up again to the organizers. I think that this is a fantastic idea. And in terms of the planning, in terms of already the execution, that this one is one for the ages, no doubt.
Fresh Market Pharmacy has expanded to customers with its new additional location at Best Price. 2 convenient locations on the Dame Eugenia Charles Boulevard and at Best Price Riverbank. Fresh Market Pharmacy provides over-the-counter medication, health and personal care, prescription drugs, and natural supplements. Our experienced pharmacists and technicians provide the best quality services. Call 225-6883, 255-6875, WhatsApp 316-0310. Your prescription bill just got lowered.
Hardware and home improvement, building supplies for you, kitchen appliances, even home decor too, lumber, lawn, all your garden supplies, plumbing, welding, electrical supplies.
Visit Do It Center at the former J. Nassif Hardware location on Goodwill Road. Call us at 255-6890.
Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it Center.
The hurricane season is upon us. Q95 FM Radio, your lifeline during the hurricane season. Stay informed and stay prepared.
It is Friday. It's just about 23 minutes going down past the hour of 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Shaping up to be a great weekend, especially with the good folks of River Civic and Monjon and the reunion that is proving that is going to be one of the best, I believe, ever here in Dominica. All right, we're going to continue our discussion and continue a little bit on the Rosenhoff as the focus. Of course, the political focus at this time is on the Rosenhoff constituency with an expectation of a by-election sometime in within the next, well, we are already just a few days shy of 1 month since the announcement. So we're talking about just roughly over 2 months, and it must be called within the next 2 months. And so we're going to be focusing a little bit on it for the rest of the afternoon. Of course, we'll be taking that with your calls. And we're going to be listening at this time to another of the speakers at last night's gathering there. And this time we're going to be hearing from Mr. Delbert Paris.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry, I almost got carried away because the music nice, and it's almost time for us to go home because the music nice. Mr. Political Leader, Dr. Thompson Fontaine, I saw our president earlier. We established a little protocol. But most importantly, people of Rosenhoff, good night. People of Fonkole, good night. I don't hear you on here. Good night. It's nice to be here. I bring you greetings from the beautiful constituency of Margaret. How far we got to? The good people of Margaret and Concord sends their greetings to you. I got in a little late and I want to apologize to Danny for that because here's why. I was on the ground in Margaret a few minutes ago. I wouldn't tell you guys how fast I have to drive to get there. I wouldn't do that. But I want to apologize to Danny. You just heard somebody say a while ago that Danny's always on time. I want to apologize to him. I want to explain why. I was in Margaret earlier by Glenroy on the block. And I told the guys, I'm leaving now. Fellas said, but where you going? We have work to do. I said, no, I have to leave early today because I have to go to Fonkole. They said, but what you doing in Fonkole? You have work in Margaret to do. I said, no, I must go. Beg you, please, let me go. They say, why are you going? I said, because Danny called. They said, Danny called. And Danny told me, Delbert, you have to be in Fonkole tonight. I said, Danny, I have work to do. He said, Delbert, I know you have work to do, but all The work is for all of us, and all of us in Fonkole tonight. All of us have to be in Fonkole tonight. I said, Danny, why we have to be in Fonkole? He says, there we strong. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to be here. I wouldn't be long because we have some powerhouses coming at the back and I want to make way for them. But I wanted to bring you greetings from the Marigot constituency. I wanted to let you know that we stand in solidarity with the people, with the resilient, with the mature, with the focused people of Roseau North, and particularly Fonkole. Marigot has some things in common with Fonkole. It's a fishing village, not so? We do the same thing. But one of the things that stands out about the constituency of Roseau North that is similar to Marigot is that it always continues to demonstrate political maturity. Roseau North people know what they want. Roseau North people know what they want. Roseau North people have always demonstrated that they always know what they want. You can't fool them easy. It's very strong. Roseau North people continue to demonstrate political maturity, and more than that, even after 27 years, a long time, Roseau North still standing. Roseau North is still here. I was talking to somebody, I wouldn't tell you, and they say, boy, tighten Roseau North. I feel like say that. Say because Roseau North looking to go home. Roseau North people, I don't hear you. They say because Roseau North looking to go home. You want to know where? No, but where's your home? Where was never your home? You can never go to a place that wasn't your home. You have to go home. And Roseau North home is with the United Workers' Party. And yet again, Roseau North is going to do it with somebody that have a plan in his hand. Tell me his name. Tell me his name. What is his name? Very good. I hear they have a slogan going around. Man enough. Danny's strong enough and he man enough for. I say he's strong enough and he man enough for. Ladies and gentlemen, the people of Roseau North and Dominica must continue to demonstrate that if after 26 years, if after 2 decades of political dominance, you have not been able to turn this thing around and people still have to be fighting and fending for themselves over and over every day. When the by-election come, there's no time for you to come and try to fool them. We know that you couldn't deliver for 2 decades. Is now you're trying to tell us you're going to deliver? No. But why you didn't do it last week? Why you didn't do it last month? Why you didn't do it last year? It's the same system. It's the same oppression. It's the same neglect that you're promising. Somebody want me to start to talk, but like I'm not going to do that with Mr. Coffee. Yeah, trick me. Same mama guy. But Roseau North is resilient. Roseau North knows what it wants. The people of Fonkole continue to demonstrate that. And ladies and gentlemen, when the time comes, Roseau North will stand together with Danny Luque and the United Workers' Party. Because we have had enough. And Danny is man enough. And Danny is strong enough. For where? For where? Ladies and gentlemen, time to wind up. You have people coming down. Hold on. I want to leave you with one message. We know that and we are confident about it, but we have work to do. Cannot take it for granted. We have work to do. There was a young man that came here and spoke. Very, very powerful young man, but it have plenty more like him in Roseau North. They know what they want. They understand the issues and they are ready to go. Let us support them. How do we support them? Go and get them and take them to get registered tomorrow. Go and get them and take them to get registered. There are a number of people here and in the sound of the system that have not yet gotten confirmed. Go and get confirmed. We know what we have to do. We understand what is at stake. And as much as we are excited, as much as Rosanov is coming back home to the United Workers' Party, as much as we understand that we are sure and resilient and mature politically, we have some work to do. So all of us who are here, we are going to volunteer on Danny's team tomorrow. And each one must get one person and go and get confirmed. Sign as a witness. I hear you. I hear you. We have work to do. We're not taking it for granted. We're not going to sleep. We're not saying, I heard Hector say it a while ago, Danny win already. Yes, it's true, but go and get confirmed. Danny win already. Yes, it's true, but get registered. Ladies and gentlemen, the work is before us, but we are built for this. We are resilient enough for this, and we know what we want. Ladies and gentlemen, if we stand together and we work together, we can get the job done together and we can rescue our country. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and have a good night.
Opportunity that Dominicans had to make money. Now the Prime Minister is trying to blame other countries for the failure to use the resources and the people to create wealth. He was happy just to sell passports, collect money, and use that money to manipulate the people of Dominica.
Welcome back to Talk on the Block for today, Friday. It's 25 going up before the hour of 3 o'clock. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have more of your calls.
News Dominica Druid Center is now even closer to you with the opening of Druid Center Express, conveniently located on Cork Street, right next to Fresh Market. Get all your home improvement essentials fast with everything from tools and paints to home decor and more. Plus, enjoy the same great service you know and trust. Now, just a quick stop in the city. Visit us today at Do It Center Express, your partner in home improvement, now closer than ever.
Looking to remodel your home? Visit Universal Elegance today, where comfort meets style. Whether you're looking to uplift your living room, bedroom, kitchen, or bathroom, we've got all the perfect pieces to transform your space. From cozy sofas, elegant dining sets, home electronics to home appliances. But that's not all. We've got a lot of amazing deals and prices for you as well. Hurry in today at Universal Elegance. Call us at 448-5100 or visit our appliance department at 45 Great George Street, opposite the Austin's University, or our homes department next to the Green Supermarket. Also, you can shop online at www.buymuslims.com. Come in, your dream room awaits you.
Universal elegance,
Locally born, locally grown.
place no shop.
Ooh, oh, KFC. Ooh, oh, KFC. Looking for some place to go. Red variety meals for soul. KFC. Grab your family and your friends. Join in the experience. KFC. It's the place to be. Made for you and me. KFC. KFC. It's finger licking good.
You tonight, the people of Fonkole and Roseau North. Special shout out to my Roseau Central people. I think you're in the house tonight. Okay, together we are stronger. So we're here to support you. We are gathered here with purpose to talk about the future of Dominica, to acknowledge the issues that you face, that we face, and the solutions and the possibilities that lay ahead. Most importantly, we're here to prepare for by-election day, when you, the constituents of Roseau North, will exercise one of your most fundamental democratic rights, the right to vote. I want to salute Danny for once again answering the call to serve you, the people of Roseau North. Danny is man enough. I believe had Danny's name been on the ballot in 2022, that seat would still belong to the United Workers' Party. I believe that Roseau North is blue, blue, blue. Now, every election is about choosing the kind of future we want for ourselves, our families, our communities. And one of the greatest measures of any society is how we treat the most vulnerable people. Let's talk about our elderly people. Too many of them face isolation, decline in health, financial hardship, and in some cases abuse and neglect. That is why under the United Workers' Party, the pillars of development, the 10 pillars of development, social equity and inclusion will be a national priority. A UWP government will develop a comprehensive strategy that goes beyond pensions. It will include better care for dementia and Alzheimer's, support for the family, caregivers, community programs to keep our seniors active and engaged, with greater access to proper health care. No elderly Dominican should ever feel afraid, abandoned, or taken advantage of. Most importantly, we will introduce a welfare system that is free from political interference. Assistance should never depend on who you support politically. It should be based solely on need, delivered fairly, transparently, and with dignity. Social equity and inclusion means building a country where everyone has a voice and a stake. Roseau North, that future begins with you. The decision you make on by-election day will help set the course for the rest of the country. We're looking to you to lead. We're looking to you to choose the UWP, because the rest of the country will feel that energy and the rest will flow. Okay? So if you haven't gotten confirmed as yet, go and get confirmed. If you haven't registered, get registered. And on election day, I want you to go out there and vote, because some of us on election day were just like, I can't be bothered. But that's not good enough. We need your vote, because every single vote counts. So together, let's send a message that change is possible. You know, after 27 years, we begin to feel like it's never going to change. But let's send that message out, and it starts with you in Roseau North. Together, let's begin the journey towards a better Dominica. So thank you very much. Let's see.
Talent and capabilities. Young men skilled in farming, mechanic, engineering, and sports, whose potential has been stifled, dreams crushed, and talents left to waste. But your community is not unlike the rest of Dominica. In the last 20 plus years, 25 years, we have witnessed the systematic destruction of all the sectors that created sustainable opportunities for our people. In a land of such abundance, there is space for all to win. Question to you is, are you? Are you winning? Are you realizing your dreams? How does a country with such an abundance of water not be the fountain of supply to regional and global partners? I want you, brothers and sisters, to imagine with me a minute a thriving water industry and the opportunities that it can create. Man and woman power would be required to harvest the water, transport the water, purify the water, man the machinery in the bottling plants, more drivers to distribute, more port officers, more security officers, power to be used on the ships for loading, and even opportunities for seamen and sea women as our liquid gold is shipped from our shores. A multi-million-dollar industry providing employment in more than just the water industry, but it would have a ripple effect to other businesses, like to the shopkeepers, to the supermarkets, to the entertainment industry, boutiques, barbershop, nail techs, hairdressers. You all feel the dream with me? It's a dream that is alive and well. And that's just for water. Imagine what we will do with tourism, arts and culture, agriculture, and the wealth of our people, the wealth of Dominica, the land, the soil, the sea. What we can do, brothers and sisters, with marijuana. We will leave that conversation for another time. I know the political leader has more to say on that. We have the resources. Do we not? We have the resources. We have the natural resource. We have the human resource. What we lack is innovative leadership. And that, my brothers and sisters, is where the United Workers' Party comes in. Under the leadership of Dr. Thompson Fountain, a man who understands how to take the wealth of any nation and convert it into tangible opportunities for the people of their country. An esteemed son of the soil, an economist by profession, a man who has spent years mastering his art of building economies. In such a time as this, his skill, his experience, and his expertise is just what Dominica needs. Brothers and sisters, it is not just what we need, it is what is required. I share the hopes, dreams, and vision of a team that will put people first. A team that understands that a responsible government builds on what exists and makes better the areas that require improvement. This by-election is here, and the choice is clear. A trusted man in the person of Danny Luge. Put your hands together for brother Danny Luge. A man unafraid and very loud about the needs of his Roseau North family. This is a constituency neglected because you, the people of Roseau North, have refused to be bought with the red envelope and the political bribes. Tonight, Fakole, I am proud of you. Johnny Luge, I am proud of you. Rosanov, I am proud of you. I know that this seat will be returned to the United Workers' Party. I encourage you to continue to reject these modern day slave masters. Those who will threaten you with lies, lies that the UWP will remove benefits that exist in our country. Rubbish talk. We will deliver dignified aid to the helpless, to the less fortunate, to the vulnerable, to the elderly. We will leave our cameras at home. We will assist those who have fallen through the social cracks. The United Workers' Party started most of its programs. School feeding program, textbook program, the elderly and less fortunate aid. I think once upon a time, brother Soso, correct me, it was called Papa's Health, Papa's Pay. It has always existed and it will be reformed under United Workers' Party government. In my walk, brothers and sisters, I heard a few young brothers who wanted to trade their votes for a payday. I even heard a young brother auctioning his votes on social media recently. I hear you, young people. I feel for you. But I want to tell you tonight, money will come and it will go. The red envelopes will disappear after the elections are done. Do not trade your vote for unsustainable short-term gain. Trade your vote for opportunities and a better and brighter future. I know you can feel hopeless. You can feel stuck. You can feel unproductive, lost, and afraid to speak out. You're afraid to vent. You're afraid to ask the questions. This is where the DLP has a lot of our young brothers and sisters. Their political system is designed to keep you stuck, unproductive, and dependent. Meanwhile, they strip you of every bit of energy, your freedom, your voice, and your independence, while they in turn steal, misuse, and enjoy the country's money, the people's money, your money. It is time to take back our country. Good news is today, you still matter. You are right on time to stand up and design your own future. You get to predict your own outcome. You have to trust the people who continue to suffer with you. People who have put their necks on the line and suffered for you like Brother Danny Luge. There is no stranger to the sufferings of the people in the United Workers' Party. We not only stand with you, we stand for you, we stand by you. Brothers and sisters, in this by-election, the choice is clear. It is more votes for Zani. Zani is man enough for Rosanov. In fact, as I end, there is only one candidate running.
That is it.
The only candidate who is running on principle and integrity. One person who puts people before them. And stand with men and women who are ready to put you, the people of Dominica, first. Scare it. Time up. Pack up. Set up. For whatever. For never. Rosanna. For Danny.
Welcome back to Talk on the Block. As you know, we are in the middle of the hurricane season, and we're going to be bringing to you now an update, a tropical weather update, a tropical wave is moving across the Eastern Caribbean, which is some of what we have been experiencing. And there are some indications that next week we'll also have additional activity. All right, so we're going to bring that to you right now as we move along here this afternoon at just about 9 minutes before the hour of 3 o'clock.
Panama and Costa Rica. Here's the tropical wave moving by. Here's Dominica down through Trinidad. You see scattered areas of rain, especially July 3rd, 2026. I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. A tropical wave moving into the Caribbean. Some of us have had some rain overnight. Others get some thunderstorms. Another surge of dust moving in, and when our next bigger tropical wave will emerge into the Atlantic. Thank you for being here, tracking what we've got going on. You see a few areas of rain. This one, the tropical wave that has moved by St. Lucia, Barbados, St. Vincent the Grenadines. We've had some rain from overnight and this morning in some of our islands on the edge of Grenada, watching Trinidad and Tobago for some scattered areas of rain today. Even trying to lift up toward Martinique, Dominica, Guadeloupe, we may catch some showers as this moves in, and it does bump up the rain chance. Aruba, Curacao, northern Colombia, and northern sections of Venezuela, plus some bigger areas of rain, Panama and Costa Rica. Here's the tropical wave moving by. Here's Dominica down through Trinidad. You see scattered areas of rain, especially near St. Lucia and St. Vincent of the Grenadines, where you see the brighter colors, a lot more moisture in these clouds. So watching out for some downpours. Let me know if you get any. And then out here, another tropical wave on the move, but there's also a lot of dust. And we'll see a couple more tropical waves moving off. But in a couple weeks, we're going to see stronger tropical waves emerging off the coast of Africa. And those will be the ones we'll watch out for the potential of some development. Eastern Pacific, Douglas, that has fallen apart. As expected, a tropical storm that moved into cooler water, so it has fallen apart, just the remnants of it there. Now, watching the dust on the move, look at this surge of dust that's moving in. There's actually a couple of them, one moving in, and then we'll see another one coming off the coast of Africa. So in the short term, dust is going to be a big issue moving through the Caribbean, and some of this lifting to the Gulf, back toward the states, eventually Florida, parts of Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama. Some of that dust will be moving in all the way across to Mexico. Belize will get some of the dust. Short term, let's track it because we have the lower air quality. Here's today. You see across the Eastern Caribbean, just starting to nudge in right on the backside of this tropical wave. Then tomorrow, some of the thick dust. Puerto Rico, U.S. and British Virgin Islands, Antigua, Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, down through Grenada, some really thick dust. Let me know if you're getting any of this dust tomorrow. And again on Sunday. Sunday, it surges across near Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti, the Dominican Republic, Turks and Caicos, southeastern Bahamas, some of the dust. And on Sunday, Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire, even northern Colombia, northern Venezuela, still some of the dust around. And it will be thick at times. Ceiba, Statia, Montserrat, some of that dust, Antigua, Barbuda, St. Martin, St. Bart's, all of that moving in. Short term with that dust, no signs of development, at least close to home. But I mentioned in about a week or two, we're going to see a strong tropical wave move off the coast of Africa mid-month. That'll be one of them to kind of watch out for some development as we work our way forward. This spot here, that's Douglas, that has fallen apart. There's actually a second area behind it too. But watching a little closer to home in the Eastern Pacific for some development as we work our way forward. So we'll keep an eye on the Eastern Pacific. Next week, a tropical depression may form. Short term, watching this rain on the move. Again, I'll be watching your comments throughout the day with this tropical wave that's moving in. Some of us get some downpours and scattered thunderstorms. Jamaica, Cuba, near the Cayman Islands, Haiti, the Dominican Republic, watching out for some downpours. Costa Rica and Panama, the rain building. We're kind of back into that typical wet season pattern. Now, as we work our way into tomorrow, that tropical wave moves across Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Still some showers near the ABC Islands, Colombia, northern Venezuela, some of that rain, scattered storms elsewhere. But out here, again, we have that dust moving in right behind the tropical wave. Some really thick dust, lower air quality. If you have breathing issues or you happen to be sick right now, giving you the heads up, we've got this surge of dust that will be moving in, and it's going to stick around right through the weekend for many of us into next week. There's some of the rain that will be building on Sunday, closer to Honduras, Nicaragua, Providencia, and San Andres, some of that rain building. And then back into the Atlantic, while we have a lot of that dust around, we're going to be watching out for another tropical wave that'll start to kind of move closer to Guyana and Suriname. This here is on Sunday. So by late Sunday night into Monday, near Trinidad and Tobago, some additional rain with another tropical wave moving in. And here's that moisture also building near Cuba, Jamaica, Cayman Islands, Haiti, and the DR on Monday. Extra rain as we get back through parts of Central America, even scattered near Belize, Guatemala, some rain. And there's that next tropical wave that'll be moving in near Trinidad up toward Grenada as we work our way into early next week. Now, lifting to the north, watching a front moving by the Tennessee River Valley, scattered storms. There's that front that is south of Bermuda, and just a couple showers and storms back through the Bahamas, heavier ones possible back through Florida. I'll show you that in a second, but there are those scattered storms today. Jamaica, some of us may get one, others not a whole lot. But if we get some storms, Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic, they can be rather strong. Now, tomorrow for the 4th, that front south of Bermuda, scattered storms, central and south Florida. Some of those could be quite strong for tomorrow. Really big downpours. We'll go over those rain totals in just a moment. Then as we work our way from the 4th into Sunday, here's Sunday, more scattered storms on the way anywhere across the southern United States. Just those afternoon and evening storms back through Florida, and one or two as we work our way back through the Bahamas. That'll be possible. Lifting even more to the north, some severe weather possible back toward the Great Lakes, swinging back toward Illinois, Indiana, Ohio today, Pennsylvania, swinging back toward New York. Some severe weather possible later in the day, some aggressive storms, especially with that heat wave. Some of the showers on New Brunswick, back toward Newfoundland. And you see every now and then these storms kind of blossom back toward Minnesota, Wisconsin, watching over toward parts of Manitoba as we work our way into our Saturday tomorrow. Scattered storms back through the mid-Atlantic, right around D.C. tomorrow. Some bigger thunderstorms will be possible. There are a couple showers near the Avalon Peninsula. Then on Sunday, you see these showers and storms, Quebec, Ontario, down through parts of Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania. Some of these will be aggressive. West Virginia, Virginia, Maryland, some bigger storms. And again, down through parts of Florida. There's that typical moisture surge back toward Mexico, lifting up toward New Mexico, and even West Texas, panhandle of Texas. We could catch some showers and thunderstorms by the time we work our way into Sunday. Seas are not too bad. Just a little bit of a chop as we work our way back through the central and then Western Caribbean, especially as that tropical wave slides by. So watching out for some spotty showers possible back through the Bahamas. If you get one, we could get 10, maybe 15 millimeters of rain. Florida, though, central and south, especially tomorrow through the weekend. 4, 5, 6 inches of rain will be a possibility with some of these storms for 3-day total. Same thing in Cuba, some afternoon and evening storms, over 100 millimeters of rain. Jamaica, if we get a downpour, we could see some spots getting 25 millimeters of rain. Haiti and the Dominican Republic, some spots over 100 millimeters of rain. This is where we have the new surge of dust moving in, watching Guadeloupe, Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Barth, St. Martin, some of the dust heavy, Antigua South through St. Croix, some really thick dust. That'll last not just tomorrow, but through the weekend, rest of the weekend into next week. Now, St. Lucia South, watching some of the rain around today. St. Vincent the Grenadines, we can pick up an additional 50 millimeters of rain. Spotty showers possible. Trinidad and Tobago, a little bit heavier with this next surge moving in toward Guyana, back toward interior Venezuela. Big total, 6, 7, 8 inches of rain, upwards of 150 millimeters to 200 millimeters of some of that rain that will be working in.
All right, here you have it. Just a quick tropical outlook there for you. A tropical wave is passing through the region, including Dominica. So you can expect some rain off and on throughout the rest of the evening. But importantly, the Saharan dust is on its way, very, very heavy. It will be around Dominica for the next couple of days into next week. And in about 2 weeks' time, the activity out of Africa is expected to pick up significantly. So right on cue, right around the third week in July, tropical storm activity picks up. So already they're signaling that it's going to be coming our way. So we'll continue to keep a close watch here on the big station. But let me just say a big thank you to all of you. Thank you for tuning in every single day for the past 2 weeks. And Matt Peltier will be back on the radio on Monday. It has been my pleasure staying on and hanging on for him until his return. Again, let me just encourage you, Dominica, to go out there, get confirmed, get registered to vote, and let us do what is needed to take our country back and move ourselves back onto a path of shared prosperity for all. My name is Dr. Thompson Fountain. Always a pleasure to be in your radio. You can look for me somewhere in your community in the days ahead. So take care, Dominica. Thank you so much for keeping it locked to the big station Q95. Have a wonderful weekend. Do not forget the Monjan Rivier Cyric reunion is in full swing this weekend, beginning tonight. Certainly something to do over the weekend. Have a wonderful day, Dominica. Take care. Bye-bye.